erased it.
Hello everyone, my name is Alexis Downing. Today I decided to commemorate a person who is precious to me. That person is a strong person, a peacemaker, and always quick to help others. That person being Maddie Lois Smith, my grandmother. I believe that anyone can have physical strength, but it takes a special person to have determination. That person is like my grandmother. Now, how did this type of person reach her first career goal? Well, her first step was through education. Now, I'm going to explain the generational gap in our education system so you all can understand her story more accurately. Back then, in her time, the grade level was the 10th grade level. Once you finished the 10th grade, you completed high school. I felt that this was important because back in her time, females didn't get the education they needed, or they didn't graduate to the 10th grade, but my grandmother did. When she completed, she actually went back to her old school as a teacher. And she also became the principal of that school because she lived in a rural community. The teaching position was a wise decision for her because it demonstrated that females can be educated and African Americans can be educated and pay tribute to their own community. That teaching position did help her in being respected by others in a highly manner. For example, her students, one of her first graders that she had, would always finish her assignment very quickly so she can run up to my grandmother and have my grandmother check her work and receive praise. And my grandmother would always be like, "You got 100%, you did good." And the girl would always say, "I'm gonna get 1,000% next time." But this teaching experience for her is beneficial in her near future, but before this, my granddad actually proposed to my grandmother. While she was teaching, my granddad was overseas, he was in the military. When he came back home, they got married shortly. The first place they moved to was Winter Garden. However, that was short-lived because they had a few dislikes with that location. They decided to move here in Atlanta, Florida. The lady who sold my grandparents their house here was a teacher, and she offered my grandmother a substitute teaching job for her on her off days. Because of my grandmother's previous teaching experience, she was able to get that job. I feel like my grandmother's story will impact you all. I feel like her story is a novel and it should be read and heard. My grandmother taught me that hope, patience, and belief is the foundation of success in life. I believe that inspiration can be found on different avenues, but hope is only on one road. My grandmother taught me that the will to persevere and to achieve is always in our decisions. And grandmother, I just want to say thank you for teaching us this lesson. Our lesson is learn.